In today's vlog, I'm with my buddy Steve Lowe, who just under a month ago picked up his Abarth 595 Competizione, and he's going to take us for a spin and tell us a little bit more about it. So,
let's go.
okay, so what I would like to do, Steve, is there's a difference in the sound between the sport and the normal mode. Yeah. So I'd like you to do a drive-by. I'll stand at the side of the road, recording you coming past, right? Yeah. Within the speed limit, of course, at 30 miles an hour, and see what the sound is like on the sport exhaust and the normal mode.
Well up for that. Everyone wants to listen to this Record Monza exhaust, so let's just do a steady drive-by in non-sport and in sport, see what we sound like.
Sounds good to me. Let's go. Okay, so first off, we're going to do non-sport mode. Okay, so that was non-sport mode. Now we're going to give it a go in sport mode and see what it sounds like. So Steve, I thought there was quite a considerable amount of difference there in sound from the exhaust. I have to say, I've not got stabilisation on this camera at the moment, and I have to say it's a very, very firm ride. It is a firm ride, but it does corner really well. Do you find that?
Well, that was a slow corner, but yeah, it is on rails, to be fair. But it's firm, but what do you expect? That's what I love about the car. At the end of the day, it handles like a dream, and yeah, you just throw it into any corner, to be fair. So
in this age where we've got to be you know, economically green, do you find that using the sport mode uses a great deal more of fuel?
Well, I've not had it long enough to judge on that, and I'm sure when a little bit of the novelty fades off, I will just drive it in normal. But I would be interested to know how many other people just permanently drive it in sport, or permanently drive it just in normal mode or whatever. So it would be interesting. But
do you tend to leave yours on sport mode?
I am at the minute. It's only done 1,000 miles. I've had it less than a month. So yeah. But there is, I don't know whether or not it's been picked up in this video, but there has been this constant rattle with the exhaust.
Right.
So I took it in Stone Egg Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Had a guy look at it, and he put his head under the back of the car and basically started shuffling about with this heat shield. So he adjusted that and said that was a little bit loose, so I've moved that. But he was talking about this valve inside this Record Monza exhaust, which he just said is a piece of metal which is just there, and it just gets blown through the exhaust. He said that is what's making this tinny, rattly noise. It doesn't sound great, to be honest. It's a brand new car, and he said, you know, if you're having real big problems with it, we might have to change the exhaust. But I don't know. I'd like to hear what other people have had any similar kind of issues to.
But if you have, leave your comments in the box below.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
Would be interesting to know. But there's obviously another interesting fact. Interesting to some people, of course. To other people, they're really not bothered one bit. But another thing what made me laugh was how people commented about the turning circle on this car. So the spec does say that it's got an 11-metre turning circle.
Okay.
So I think it'd be interesting to see how that would look with a drone. Have you brought your drone today?
Funnily enough, I have brought my drone, Steve, so let's get the drone up and take a look at the turning circle on this thing.
How prepared you are then? Very well prepared.
Very well prepared, yeah. It's like we planned it really, isn't it? Let's find somewhere that's safe to take off. Okay, so the turning circle on this thing, what do they state in the specs?
It's saying 11 metres.
11 metres.
Doesn't really say an awful lot to me, but from what everyone else is saying, turning circle's pretty poor, especially when you're trying to do a 3-point turn. You're constantly that way, that way, that way, that way, and so let's send a drone up. What do you think?
I reckon it's a good idea. Let's get the drone up. Let's go. So, tyres, Steve.
Yep.
Tell me, they're going to be expensive, right?
No, they're not as bad as what you think. I've been using Halford's tyres, or the Halford's Tyre Service Centre, for quite some time, and just made a little bit of an inquiry for these Pirelli P0 Nero, which was the standard tyre that came on these 17-inch wheels. Not as bad as what you think. Fitted, including the VAT, 103 quid.
That's pretty good. So that's Halford's, yeah?
Halford's.
I have to say, by the way, this is not sponsored by Halford. It's not a sponsored video.
Yeah, it's just where I've used. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I know they're not too wide, the tyres, but yeah, 103 quid. So pretty pleased with that.
Okay, so people normally watch these videos to find out whether they want the car or if they're purchasing the car. So my question to you is, would you recommend the Abarth 595 Competizione?
Of course I'd recommend it, because now I've got one. Alright, they're not for everyone. Depends if you've got family, there's not an awful lot of room in the back, but you're not going to buy it for that reason. You buy it for a whole host of different reasons. And at the end of the day, I've been driving a long time, and I had to have a car that put a smile back on my face, and every journey is an event. It puts a smile on your face. Love driving it, makes a nice little noise. What more do you need? So absolutely love it.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Well, I hope you like this video. Remember, like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications of when I upload new videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.